Some done woke up in me. I've been going.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next is the Armadillos' leader at quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Armadillos and the Thunderbirds, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Austin Armadillos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And CD, you look at our featured team here, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Now a play fake here on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. They juked him. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple of nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run with Sanders. Oh, what a move. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Armadillos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for LT from last week. 21 carries, 108 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On now to punt, here's Bradley Pinion. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That pass complete to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. The numbers for Sanders last week, 16 carries, 51 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, comes right back, and He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drills, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Armadillos go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Crater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete, and touchdown! A big play there, 69 yards. And the Thunderbirds have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a carry for Sanders. Gets around him. Room here to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. They go again to Tomlinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They go play action here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Back to throw again. Caught by Gates, left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Thunderbirds have got it back to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think...
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. No problem there on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 59 yards. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, a 22-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points going on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll drop to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Second and 2. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that's incomplete.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Austin's offense ready to go again. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll set up to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Armadillos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Prater to end the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up in the Twin Cities. Minnesota playing host to NFC North rival Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Easton Stick
sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, on the other side, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Sanders. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Prater on and the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Gates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Austin. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Tomlinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Again, Tomlinson, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Thunderbirds get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Here's Sanders. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking to throw. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. They've been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 151 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And that's complete to Sanders. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Armadillos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2nd and 5. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
He'll take this to the 46.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Another run with Sanders.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 167 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run with Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business there. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Austin, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.